everybody, welcome back to another edition of After School Toys, and we're talking about Masters of the Universe. Now, one comment I've been getting a lot on this channel from other people, they've sent in me emails saying, you don't do enough He-Man, can you do some He-Man? You don't have any He-Man, and I agree. We have not done enough of Masters of the Universe, and from 1982 on, they have been a staple of 80s toys. So we're going to do not only Masters of the Universe today, but all through the month of April, we're going to focus on Masters of the Universe toys. So today, we're going to start off at the beginning with He-Man and Skeletor. Take a look at the figures, a close-up, and we'll look at some of their details, talk about what makes them awesome. Alright, let's start with Skeletor and take a look at him. Let's always go with the baddies first. In my opinion, they're the best figures. So we're going to look at Skeletor here. This is one of my absolute all-time favorite bad guy figures, because not only did he have the creepy dead-like blue skin, but of course he had the skeleton face, and a pretty cool little hood on him. The only thing that wasn't scary about Skeletor was his voice, when he talked in the cartoons, if you remember. I was like, I'm He-Man, I'll get you. Not the most intimidating, but still a cool figure. He comes with some accessories here. He's got his goat head sorcerer staff here. And then, of course, the purple replica of the He-Man sword, and every He-Man fan knows that there are replica after replica after replica of bodies for He-Man figures. They just change the colors and add a new head to them, but it's the same mold for a lot of the figures. So, having a purple He-Man sword is not anything unusual. So there you go. He does have a little belt cod piece on him here. And then he has a really cool armor piece. It's got a crossbones in the front and then a bat above it, which extends out to give him some protection over his shoulders. And then purple boots as well. And there's his detail on the back. Now you're going to see this little fish foot mold on many more figures to come as we look at them. But we'll put Skeletor here in the back. And look at Panthor. Panthor's a cool figure because he's covered with velveteen. And velveteen, as you guys know, is the thing that if you put him in the water, it will just disintegrate and your toy will look horrible. Many of us in the 80s lost some cool velveteen stuff by throwing it in the water. So here's Panthor. He's got his mouth open up. You can see his red tongue. He's got some yellow eyes painted on here. He's got a green little saddle here, and you can kind of see a little bit of flex on where the velveteen's coming off on him here. Whoops. And the only thing that wasn't cool about these is that they didn't have any articulation at all. It was just a molded one piece, and it kind of was more of a display for your figures than it was an actual figure itself. But still, very cool. I like Panthor. It was a cool color. You can actually see the muscle definition in the figure. So that is Skeletor and Panthor. Let's move on to the good guys. On to He-Man and Battle Cat. Honestly, guys and girls, think to yourself, how many times did you practice saying, "Oh, the power of Grayskull"? If you're anything like me, I spent days doing it as a child, especially back in 1982 when these figures came out, because we wanted to be He-Man. So when you got your actual figure itself, it was pretty cool. This is He-Man, aka Prince Adam. He comes with his shield here, which was kind of cool that they had the orange inserts inside here, just to give it a cooler look. And then he comes with the gray sword, of course, but I love the battle axe on He-Man. And some of the coolest art out there featuring He-Man is of him with the axe and not the sword. So I always have him rocking the axe. He, of course, has his chest piece here, and it buckles in the back like that. He's got his brown boots and orange belt and some good detail in him. Now, of course, this mold is going to be used again and again for other figures as well, and we'll see those coming up. But that is He-Man. Alright, on to Battle Cat, aka Cringer. Now, if you remember Panthor, you remember Battle Cat. Let's put them side by side here. It's the same mold. Yeah, it is. It's the same mold. That's just what Mattel did. So, you got some cool stuff here with these figures. You can see it's the same thing. Almost the exact same. Well, it is the exact same saddle. One red, one green. Same face. But you get the cool tiger stripes on Cringer, of course. Oh, excuse me, Battle Cat. He'd be Battle Cat in this mode. So that's cool to have the stripes on him. And then, of course, he does have the helmet that goes on. And there is a little tiny peg here that kind of helped hold the helmet on when his armor was on. So there's Battle Cat. Again, like Panthor, he was more of a display piece than he was an actual figure, but you could still ride him into battle and have him fight, so I like him a lot. There you go. We are off and running on He-Man month. We've got plenty more to come. We're going to look at some bad guys, good guys. We'll look at the girls of the He-Man line. Really cool stuff. All right. Thanks for watching our channel, and of course you can go to myafterschooltoys.com. As always, please subscribe because there are tons and tons of more 80s toy videos to come. And until next time, long live the 80s.